Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jasmine and I make natural skincare products from scratch. I am the owner of Brown Sugar Skincare and welcome to my little family. Just to address this, I am wearing a robe because I am about to go to bed, if I'm being honest, but I wanted to quickly film this video so that I can just edit it and get it up for you guys. Anyways, I saw this video on TikTok and I'm gonna do my best to find it. Maybe it was Instagram, but I'm gonna do my best to find it. It was a video of this girl. She was like, if you're not making your body butters this way, what are you doing, kind of thing, you know, not that verbatim. But so I was like, wow, am I actually just an airhead? Like, why haven't I thought of this process? So it normally takes me about roughly 3 to 4 hours to make my body butters because I melt down my shea butter, I melt down my oils, stearic acid, wax, and all that stuff, combine them, put it in the fridge, let it set, do all that fun stuff. But I'm actually sick and tired of doing it. So when I saw this video, so what she did, you guys will see, I'm sorry for keeping you long, I don't want to, but she heated up her oils, started to whip just the shea butter at the normal temperature, like room temperature, and poured in the hot oil while the shea butter was mixing. And I was like, this actually has to be genius. So that's what I'm doing today, and I decided to film it just to see if it would actually work. Anyways, here are the clips. So here I'm just measuring out, well, I've already measured out my shea butter and my mango butter. I wanted to weigh them out in a separate bowl because the stand mixture that I have is a little heavy, so it would have made my scale, what do you call it? I'm drawing a blank right now, but it would have gone over my scale's limit. Now I am, in this bowl, I have my lavender and tea tree essential oils, arrowroot powder, and this is me obviously doing my vitamin E. So you guys will see, I actually don't know what happened to quite a few clips, so I'm just going to do my best at explaining. Once I mix this all in, I take my big whisk attachment and I put it in the the machine. So it was, maybe my office was a little bit cold, so my shea butter was harder than normal. Like normally it's really malleable. I can just like squeeze it with my hands and it'll, you know, do its thing. So I was having a hard time even here just raising my stand mixer bowl. As you guys can see, I don't know what happened to my clip of my melted oils and stearic acid. I literally have no idea. So I had already poured it in and it was hot, but you guys can see that it's just splashing everywhere. The shea butter and mango butter aren't melting. It's just stuck in the whisk, and I did cut this clip down quite a bit, but I was so frustrated. Like I couldn't get it out of the whisk. And by this time my oils had cooled down as well. So like I knew it wasn't gonna melt the shea butter anymore and the mango butter. It's just splashing everywhere, creating a mess. And I'm like sweating at this point. I'm like mad. Hi, it's me. Just popping in to remind you to maybe subscribe to my channel if you want. If you don't want to, if you don't trust me yet, if you don't want to subscribe, get anything like that, just leave a like. I'll take that. So yeah, I decided to just remove it from the whole machine, and I took my fingers and just tried my best to squeeze out all the shea butter and everything. Like I was more frustrated that I even decided to try this way. At this point, I was like, I should have just stuck with my regular, with the regular way that I make my butters. It would have been a little smoother. But yeah, you guys can see here, it's just clumpy, lumpy. It actually looks pretty disgusting. So I set it in the machine and I forgot about it and I let it just mix. You guys can see it kind of did its thing. It was looking a little fluffy. It was still really lumpy, but I was like, okay, it's coming together at least. Like things are breaking down. So I mixed it again and set it, forgot about it. Here it's actually really fluffy and a beautiful texture. The only problem here was I stuck my spatula in it, lifted it up, and I rubbed a little bit of it between my gloves, and it was really gritty. Like it was just pure mango butter beads. Like you rub it in and it melts, but that's not what I wanted for this butter. So I ended up having to take my heat gun because I was not going to put this in another bowl and dirty up another bowl and put it on my stove. So I just took my heat gun and I heated it up, melted it while consistently mixing, and ended up putting it back in the fridge. So I put it back in the fridge and then I whipped it up again, and then it became the texture that I wanted it to be with less grit. This wasn't a complete fail because obviously it did save me a little bit of time, but this is not worth the mess. It wasn't worth my stress. Like it was just more of a hassle in my opinion this way. Maybe it was because of the butters that I use and my oils weren't at the right temperature and whatever. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things that went into it probably. But in the end, obviously, you guys can see here that it did work. How much time did it save me? And how much mess did it cause? Like, I don't really know if it's worth it, in my opinion. I will most likely be trying again, but whatever. So here, I was going to speed this clip up, but I decided to just leave it at its slow pace so that you guys can see how I make my body butter burritos. That's what I call them. And I like to do it this way because it makes the cleaning process so much easier, because I hate cleaning piping bags, and I also don't want to use disposable piping bags because, one, it's a waste of money and creates a lot of garbage, and I just don't want to do that. So I love using these reusable, washable piping bags. I'm going to do my best to explain this. I stick my hand inside, make sure you're wearing a glove, and then I like pinch the bottom and like squeeze it through, if that makes any sense. You guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'll just take one end of the plastic wrap, which is why I think it's important to always have a little bit of a tail, is what I call it, just so you can grab it through the bottom of the piping bag. And then I just fold the bag over top of the burrito. I hope that makes sense. I mean, you guys are watching me do it, so it's pretty easy to follow along. You'll have to do it a couple times. Sometimes I lose this little tail at the bottom, and I'll have to like kind of dig my fingers back in and like grab it. but yeah, it makes the process of changing butters way easier. Like if you're doing multiple scents or colors, specifically if you're doing colors a day, then this is a great way to alleviate a little bit of mess and less washing and, you know, just overall cleanliness of your little workstation. So yeah, I've been doing my body butters this way for a few years now, and it's never done me wrong, and I will continue doing it until I find a more efficient way. Unlike this body butter process video, this was not more efficient. Okay, so as you guys can see from the video that it semi-worked. I actually did try again without the mango butter because I noticed that that gritty feeling was the mango butter. I knew it. I tried it again with just the shea butter, my normal body butters, and I think this time I actually made the oil and wax way too hot. So when I poured it in and it was whipping up the shea butter, it was working and it was completely smooth. There was no grit, there was nothing. But then it like kept melting and kept melting. So then my shea butter ended up just completely melting and I had to put it in the fridge again. It did cut off about maybe an hour though. Like it wasn't as melted and like whatever as normal. So I do definitely think that this could work. I just need to find the proper temperatures for everything. Like I know shea butter melts at around like 90 to 100 degrees, but I had my oils at 200 degrees. So one, that's way too hot. But yeah, so that's just my little experiment. I don't know. Like I don't want to make, I'm gonna go off into a little tangent, but I don't want to make a bunch of videos that's just me strictly being like, here's how you formulate. Here's me packing orders. Here's me formulating. Here's me doing a vlog. Like I kind of want to do like random things like this. So hopefully you guys don't mind this kind of content. And yeah, I will be trying again though. So if you want me to film it, definitely let me know. I really don't mind filming these kind of videos. To me, this is more like the fun side of filming and trying different things and trying new things. Aside from trying new formulations and stuff like that, I don't know, I just wanted to throw in something different this week and try out this little hack. I'm really hoping that I can find her Instagram. I don't know if I'll be able to, or TikTok, whatever it was. I'm really hoping I'm able to because this is not my original idea. And I'm sure other people do this all the time. I don't know why I didn't think of this. Anyways, I'm not gonna keep you any longer than I already have. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you very much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate the support and love and everything from all aspects, from all my social medias to orders, like everything. I'm very grateful for it. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Do whatever you guys want. Just do one of the three. Don't do all three. Just do one. If you leave a comment, leave like a purple heart. I don't know, something cute. As for now, I will see you guys in my next video.